poop. Most of us don't give a second thought to where it ends up after flushing, but what if I told you that that very poo could be making its way back into your house without you ever noticing? For those unfamiliar, once your food has been chewed, swallowed, chemically and physically broken down, and the useful nutrients have been absorbed into your body, the rest is gracefully discarded as waste. This waste then gets combined with a mixture of urine, rain, shower, sink, and other household waters into your local sewer system, which surprisingly contains mostly water and relatively little feces, like a big old bowl of soup with very few vegetables. After passing through potentially miles of pipes, the soup reaches the sewage treatment plant and is initially screened and skimmed to separate out things like sand, grit, and pebbles. More importantly, this is where that cell phone you accidentally dropped down the toilet gets caught, along with condoms, garbage, and other stuff you thought would be a good idea to toss down the drain. Which, by the way, wasn't a good idea. For every piece of trash or item you throw down the toilet, the more likely there'll be a blockage in the system which has to be removed. By hand. And no one wants that. The pebbles and grit, on the other hand, are dried, cleaned, and reused for things like construction, perhaps contributing to the creation of your ivory throne. The remaining poopy mixture is then left still in a giant tank, and thanks to the fundamental properties of both oil and grease as non-polar substances, which don't mix with water, it's relatively easy to skim them off. Still, you really shouldn't be putting it down the drain, as it can clog pipes and overwhelm the intricate system. What's left now is some sludge and a smelly liquid that looks like chocolate milk. Chocolate milk. And that's what it tastes like to the millions of bacteria which are set loose to feast on this mixture. They literally eat the pathogens out of the liquid. Most of these bacteria are aerobic, meaning they require oxygen to function just like humans, so the tank is pumped full of oxygen. This water is then disinfected and reintroduced back into the environment. The remaining sludge, on the other hand, containing mostly solid waste matter, goes through a final treatment with another set of bacteria. These bacteria produce a variety of byproducts, including methane gas, which in turn is used to power the sewage treatment plant. So your poop powers the plant that processes your poop. After eating everything, the bacteria die and create something known as biosolid. After all is said and done, the remaining nutrient-rich feces and biosolid can be used to make compost to enrich dry land or used as fertilizers which ultimately help grow vegetation. Vegetation which makes its way into your house and ultimately into your mouth. And so begins the cycle of poop all over again. This episode of ASAP Science is supported by Squarespace.com.